Hello, I'm Dr. Judy Ellison, and I have a gift for you. I am so glad that someone shared this same gift with me because it literally transformed my life. I mean, it changed me. If you suffer from pain or any kind of chronic inflammatory disease, I would love to have you stay and watch this story because it literally could change the future of your life. You see, just before I received this gift, I had been diagnosed with a life-threatening illness. When you're facing a life-threatening illness, you get very serious about your health and well-being. And it was about at this time that I heard about a cactus juice, the nopal cactus juice, that was going to be introduced in a meeting, and so I went to it to hear about it. They said that it was going to do some wonderful things at the cellular level. Well, that's what I needed. I needed to have something go down and begin to change the very cells of my body because I needed a life transformation in all of my cells. And so when I heard that this product did that, I was ready to try it. When they came around with the 3 ounces of juice during the tasting, I thought to myself, you know what it's like when they tell you that something's good for you? Well, it's not going to taste good. So I was a little reluctant when I put it up to my lips. But amazingly, when I put it on my tongue was so excited because it tastes good. It was a wonderful, refreshing drink. And so I wanted really to drink a whole glass of it, and they only gave me 3 ounces. I went back to the table and I bought 4 bottles to take home with me. A 4-pack would last me a month, so I knew that I was going to need a couple of these 4-packs to give it the 60 days that I would need to really transform my cells. And so I began on the product. And as I was taking it, about 6 weeks into it, I noticed that flexibility was getting better and that I had a lot more energy. It was at this time that I decided to sell my house. Now, I wanted to spruce up my house and make it look a lot better. You know how it is when you're getting it ready to have people come in to look at it. You want it to look its very best. So I wanted to place some flowers out in my backyard. I went over to the store and I bought a bunch of flowers. I brought them home and I got out the shovel and I began to dig in the backyard. Now, this may be very common for a lot of people, but for me, I hadn't done it my entire adult life. You see, before I was 19 years old, I'd been in 5 very serious car accidents, and so I had injuries to my back. My back was so bad that there were times I would spend weeks in bed with excruciating pain. I had gone to chiropractors, I had had acupuncture, I tried everything that I could in order to try to relieve myself from this chronic back pain. But this injury stayed around to the point where now it had been diagnosed as spinal stenosis. And so I knew that I would have to have surgery in order for my back to be relieved of the pain. At least that's what they had told me. And so I wasn't expecting any great thing to happen when it came to pain relief while taking this cactus juice. But this day I was out planting, digging holes, and I stopped and I thought, oh my goodness, what am I doing? I haven't planted any flowers in my garden for my entire adult life. I've always had to have someone else do it. Tomorrow I am going to be suffering such pain. So the next morning when I got up, I was so surprised I was pain-free. I didn't have any pain in my body. Well, I thought, well, maybe this was just a fluke, something that wasn't going to last. But I decided to continue as long as things were going good. I wanted to paint one wall, so I got the paint out and I began to paint. I hadn't done this my entire adult life. In fact, I had not done any housework all of those 30 years. I had always had a housekeeper because if I did any motion with my arm, like vacuuming, washing a window, sweeping, scrubbing, anything like that, I would be back in bed from that excruciating pain from my back. It was a horrible condition. I was really handicapped. And now I was going to test it to the max. So I cleaned my house, I painted the wall, I dug holes in my garden to plant flowers, and I was still pain-free. This was so exciting to me. It literally was transforming my life. And the only thing I could credit it to was this great nopal cactus juice that I was taking.